Okay, folks, get ready for some huge news. San Diego Comic-Con, the big one, the one everyone knows, it's coming to Malaga, Spain.
Whoa,
Like, for real, Malaga.
yeah, crazy, right? San Diego Comic-Con is like the heart of American pop culture, and now, boom, it's landing in Europe. And in Malaga, of all places, it's a massive deal worldwide.
Absolutely. For this deep dive, we took a look at a YouTube video of two Spanish comic fans reacting live to the official announcement. They were seriously blown away.
Their reaction says it all. You can tell they are true Malagueños. But even in their wildest dreams, they couldn't imagine that their city would host such a big event.
Right, because Malaga's cool, it has a great vibe and amazing weather, but it's not usually the kind of place you think of for a major international event like this. In the video, the YouTubers compare Malaga to Valencia in terms of climate and people, saying that both places are super welcoming.
That comparison is interesting. It gives some clues as to why Malaga might have been chosen. In the press conference, they emphasize factors like safety, infrastructure, the good weather, and the city's cultural scene, which is booming right now.
And here's an important point. This doesn't mean that the San Diego Comic-Con is going away. Don't panic, America.
Exactly. It's an expansion, not a relocation. The YouTubers really analyze every single word of the announcement, and they, as well as the official spokespeople, insist that it's an expansion that seeks to bring the soul of San Diego Comic-Con to Malaga.
And get this, the dates are just around the corner, September 25th to the 28th, 2025. That's so soon.
I know, right? Not in a million years. It's in September. And they chose FYCMA, the Palacio de Ferias y Congresos de Malaga, a huge venue with enough capacity for the crowds they're expecting.
The official website is already up and running, although we don't know anything about tickets yet.
Yeah.
So get your credit cards ready, because they're going to fly. In fact, Japan Weekend, another important convention held in Spain, has changed its dates to avoid clashing with SDCC Malaga.
That really shows the influence this event already has, even months before it takes place. There's definitely a lot of excitement building up.
And speaking of excitement, get ready for an insane experience. Over 300 hours of content, exhibitions, panels, presentations, premieres, immersive experiences, video games, cosplay. There's no way you'll get bored.
Yeah, the scale is impressive. They definitely want to replicate the full San Diego Comic-Con experience, but with a Spanish twist. What stands out to me is their emphasis on both international and local talent, with opportunities for Spanish creators to showcase their work.
And of course, everyone is already speculating about which celebrities will be there. The YouTubers are dreaming of seeing people from Marvel Studios, DC Studios, and even actors like Jason Momoa.
For sure, celebrity guests are a huge draw. But let's not forget the heart of Comic on the panels. They offer in-depth discussions, insights into the creative process, and often exclusive reveals that you won't find anywhere else. It's a unique opportunity for fans to interact directly with creators and dive deep into the worlds they love.
And sometimes those panels give us moments that instantly go viral. Imagine a new trailer for Superman premiering right there in Malaga.
The potential for those kinds of moments is huge. The YouTubers even speculate about the possibility of Jason Momoa showing up as Lobo, or maybe the first reveal of the new Supergirl costume.
Whoa, that would be epic. And while famous actors always attract the masses, we can't forget the economic impact an event of this scale will have on Malaga.
Definitely. The economic and cultural benefits will be significant. The YouTubers jokingly advise viewers to start renting rooms now to capitalize on the massive influx of visitors. They're saying it in a funny way, but it reflects the potential for tourism and revenue for the city.
Imagine Malaga becoming the European capital of comics for those 4 days. Restaurants packed, hotels fully booked, comic shops with lines around the block.
The city will be buzzing, that's for sure. The economic benefits are undeniable, and the long-term implications for Malaga's international image are considerable.
And speaking of long-term, Comic-Con has opened a permanent office in Malaga, which shows that their commitment goes beyond just a 4-day event.
That detail is very important. It shows a continuous investment in the city and the possibility of Malaga becoming a central hub for comic culture in Europe.
But hey, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The YouTubers, while excited, also expressed some concerns about the logistics of the event.
It's normal for them to wonder about ticket prices, accommodation options, and the overall organization of such a massive event.
Of course, with 60,000 visitors expected in the first year alone, logistics are going to be a considerable challenge. And then there's the issue of accessibility for fans with disabilities, something the YouTubers don't mention, but which is crucial.
You're right. Accessibility is paramount, and it's essential that the organizers make sure the event is inclusive and accessible to everyone.
And while we wait for more details, the excitement keeps growing. The website is already active, although for now it only allows you to register to receive information.
It's a smart strategy. Building anticipation and gathering contact information allows them to gauge public interest and adapt their marketing strategies.
And the excitement isn't limited to just the fans. The YouTubers also reflect on the impact Comic-Con could have on the Spanish comic industry.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. Could this event serve as a catalyst for Spanish creators, giving them greater visibility and opportunities?
I hope so. Imagine new Spanish talents being discovered by international publishers or participating in large-scale projects thanks to Comic-Con Málaga.
That would be a fantastic outcome. It could take the Spanish comic scene to a whole new level.
But let's not forget the challenges. Competition for the attention of fans will be fierce, and Spanish creators will have to fight to stand out from the crowd.
It's a valid concern. But challenges often foster innovation and creativity. This could be a crucial opportunity for Spanish creators to showcase their talent and unique perspectives.
And while fans dream of getting autographs from their idols and aspiring creators hope for international fame, Málaga is preparing for an unprecedented transformation.
The city is about to become a global destination for comic and pop culture enthusiasts. The coming months will be crucial as organizers finalize details and get ready to welcome the world to SDCC Málaga.
And we'll be here to follow every step of the way.
You know what's really interesting about this video is how it captures the hopes and concerns of Spanish comic fans. They're excited about the event, but also kind of worried about potential downsides.
Oh yeah, like maybe Spanish creators getting pushed aside, right?
Exactly. There's this fear that big international names and super popular influencers will overshadow local talent.
Yeah, that's a legit concern.
Yeah.
The YouTubers make fun of the idea of TikTokers talking about cooking at a comic book convention, which is funny, but, it reflects a real fear.
Yeah, their humor highlights an important point. The need for balanced representation of talent to make sure Spanish creators get the recognition they deserve.
And speaking of representation, it's clear there's a ton of excitement for Hollywood stars, but the YouTubers also emphasize how important panels are.
And rightfully so. Panels offer those deep discussions, inside info about the creative process, and often those exclusive sneak peeks you won't find anywhere else. It's a chance for fans to directly interact with creators, really delve into the worlds they're passionate about.
Yeah, and sometimes those panels give us moments that go viral, instantly. Imagine a new Superman trailer premiering right there in Málaga. That would be wild.
The potential for that kind of stuff is huge. The YouTubers even fantasize about Jason Momoa showing up as Lobo, or the first look at the new Supergirl suit.
Dude, that would be awesome. Speaking of Jason Momoa, which role do you think we'll see him in first? Lobo or Aquaman 2?
Oh, that's a tough one. On one hand, Momoa's expressed interest in playing Lobo, and his whole wild man persona fits the character perfectly. But on the other hand, Warner Bros. Has already confirmed Aquaman 2, and I doubt they'll give up on that cash cow too easily.
You're right, Aquaman was a huge box office hit. Maybe they'll surprise us with a Lobo cameo in Aquaman 2, though. Wouldn't that be cool?
I wouldn't be surprised at all. Surprise cameos are a classic in superhero movies, and a Lobo appearance in Aquaman 2 would be a great way to introduce the character to a wider audience.
Back to Comic-Con Málaga. We can't forget the economic impact an event of this scale will have on the city.
Definitely. The economic and cultural benefits will be significant. The YouTubers jokingly advise viewers to start renting rooms now to capitalize on the influx of visitors. They say it for laughs, but it reflects the potential for tourism and revenue for the city.
Imagine Málaga transformed into the European comic book capital for those 4 days. Restaurants overflowing, hotels fully booked, comic shops with lines around the block.
And the city will be buzzing, that's for sure.
Right.
Economic benefits are undeniable, and the long-term implications for Malaga's international image are considerable.
And speaking of long-term, Comic-Con has opened a permanent office in Málaga, which shows their commitment goes beyond just a 4-day event.
Yeah, that detail is very significant. It indicates a continuous investment in the city and the possibility of Málaga becoming a central hub for comic book culture in Europe.
But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The YouTubers, while excited, also expressed some concerns about the logistics of the event.
Yeah, it's normal for them to wonder about things like ticket prices, accommodation options, and the overall organization of such a massive event.
Of course, with 60,000 visitors expected in the first year alone, logistics are going to be a huge challenge. And then there's the issue of accessibility for fans with disabilities, something the YouTubers don't mention, but which is crucial.
You're right. Accessibility is paramount, and it's essential the organizers make sure the event is inclusive and accessible to everyone.
While we wait for more details, the excitement just keeps building. The website's already up and running, although for now it only allows you to register to receive information.
That's a smart strategy. Building anticipation and gathering contact information allows them to gauge public interest and adapt their marketing strategies.
And the excitement isn't limited to the fans. The YouTubers also reflect on the impact Comic-Con could have on the Spanish comic book industry.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Could this event serve as a catalyst for Spanish creators, giving them greater visibility and opportunities?
I hope so. Imagine new Spanish talent being discovered by international publishers or participating in large-scale projects thanks to Comic-Con Málaga.
That would be a fantastic outcome. It could take the Spanish comic scene to a whole new level.
But let's not forget the challenges. The competition for fans' attention will be fierce, and Spanish creators will have to fight to stand out.
It's a valid concern, but challenges often foster innovation and creativity. This could be a crucial opportunity for Spanish creators to showcase their talent and unique perspectives. And speaking of Spanish talent, how about we dive a little deeper into the Spanish comic scene?
Yeah, let's do it. So where do we begin?
Well, we could talk about some of the most prominent authors and artists in the current landscape, such as...
Yeah, Comic-Con Málaga opens up a ton of possibilities for Spanish comics. Imagine you go to Málaga to present your comic and bam, an American publisher signs you. It's every artist's dream.
Absolutely. This Comic-Con could be an incredible platform for Spanish creators to gain international recognition. But of course, we can't forget that the competition will be fierce. They will have to work really hard to stand out from the crowd.
You're right, but, well, that's part of the excitement, isn't it? To see who has the best idea, the most original art, the most captivating story.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I think this Comic-Con could be a turning point for the Spanish comic book industry. It could drive a new wave of creativity and professionalization.
Wow, I hadn't thought about it from that perspective, but that could be amazing. Imagine Málaga becoming a kind of Hollywood of European comics, attracting talent from all over.
It's not unreasonable. In fact, the YouTubers we were talking about earlier also wonder if Malaga could end up being the permanent home of a European Comic-Con.
Can you imagine? Comic-Con Paris, Comic-Con Rome, Comic-Con Berlin. That would be awesome. But of course, that leads us to another question. What would happen to the San Diego Comic-Con, the original one?
Right.
Would it still be the king of the hill?
That's the big question. Will it maintain its status as the main event, or will we see a shift in dynamics with multiple Comic-Cons competing for attention? Only time will tell. What's clear is that the world of Comic-Con is expanding, and that's great news for fans everywhere.
And while we wait for September, we can start placing our bets on the surprises that await us at Comic-Con Málaga. Will we see exclusive sneak peeks of upcoming Marvel movies, new video game announcements, or maybe the presentation of a Spanish comic that blows up internationally?
The possibilities are endless, and that's the magic of events like this. They spark our imagination and fuel our passion for these incredible worlds that stories give us.
Totally. And let's not forget the opportunity to connect with other fans, share our passion, and have a unique experience.
Yeah, the social aspect of Comic-Con is undeniable. It's a place where fans of all kinds come together to celebrate their love for comics, movies, video games, and everything pop culture.
In short, the arrival of San Diego Comic-Con in Málaga is a historic event that promises strong emotions, tons of surprises, and a huge impact on Spanish culture.
It's proof of the growing global appeal of comic book culture and the power these events have to unite and inspire us.
So there you have it, folks. Mark your calendars, prepare your cosplays, and get ready for an experience you'll never forget.
And who knows, maybe this is just the beginning of a new era for Comic-Con, an era that reaches fans in every corner of the planet.
See you in Malaga.